spin. Me, heariness. Oh, that one made me dizzy. Clogged up still. Nothing to say except for I have a beard and you should donate because this is for the earthquake appeal of Christchurch. I'm keeping it for every day that someone died in Christchurch. So I'm going to have it for about 180 something days and I'm about 40 something days into it. So donate to the link below. I literally have nothing to say, so I'll probably end up rambling on about something. So let me just think, what did I do to our head teaching today? And without being offensive to anyone out there, if you see this, your class is good. There's just some troublemakers in there. And you know that, so it's all good. And Ange is the person that I relieved for, and I am related to because my cousin is married to her. So yeah, it was a tough day today. There are some children out there that when you are relieving them, and everyone would relate to this, I think, you got a new teacher, yeah, relieving teacher, let's pick on the reliever. I had that today, I think. And these are only like 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Most of them are very good, but then there's just a couple of children that just like to push just that little bit more, and maybe it was just my cold and everything, but it just really got to me today, to the point where it's like, okay, I need to sit down and relax. So eventually it happens, and this is what I hate about the education system, right? So I am turning this into something. You are forced to control these children and get them to understand a disciplinary action and to come down on them in a way that they know that there's someone bigger and better than them, and a control mechanism or a control environment, so that we end up having aspects like the police department where we are controlled by the police department. I'm not saying the police are not needed in that sense. We need the police and we need laws currently because people are silly enough to do things that we as a society don't want them to do. So we create rules so that they don't do them. Just an example is, marijuana. We don't want them to do it, or any kind of drugs, we don't want them to do it, so we're going to make it unavailable to them instead of letting people make their own choices. And then also, as part of the thing, people are stealing things, and that's why there's a police force and so forth out there, because they crack down on this situation. But that's because of the environment that we live in. It's because people are stealing because they don't have the resources that they need. So that's why they do it. Why not just create the resources and provide them with the resources themselves? And that's where the monetary system comes in. There's a whole lot. If I was to, this all comes from the Zeitgeist movement and the Venus Project. So if you want something to go by, this is something that I've been thinking about for ages though. So before I did this, I was always like, ugh, the system's wrong anyway. I just never really seen it in the way that I now see it. But I was always against the education system when I was at the university learning to be a teacher. I was against it because, to me, education has been able to go out there and find things, being able to support new ideas and discover new things. Yet, the education system we're in, the teacher goes in and forces information upon you, and forces you as a teacher to teach in a certain way. And that's where I'm trying to come out here, is that when I'm in there, for me to control children within the public sector, I have to be totalitarian upon them. And I hate that, absolutely hate it. It's not the way I am. I'm free. I'll let the children do, like if in my own environment, I'll go out there, do their thing. And the idea is to be able to teach respect to the children so that they understand that you don't want to yell at someone else. You don't want to be fighting with someone else. You don't want to be taking someone else's stuff because it's their stuff. And it's respect. The thing is, once I end up losing control in an environment that I need to be in control of, I end up doing the stuff that I don't want them to do, and so all it does is create a vicious circle, so I become part of the problem, and that's no good. So, in essence, even though I got control of these children, but in the end, at what cost? it taught them that as me, I am bigger and more powerful than them, and I can actually be in control of them. And that's why they fight back, because they don't want that, and I'm fine with them fighting back. Deep down I'm like, do it, because that's what you need to do. But then as a teacher, from the education side of things, and being able to control them because they're in an environment there they're forced to learn, it doesn't work. And that's where I am so stuck, because I'm within this side where I'm like, do your thing, and then on the other side I'm like, I'm getting paid to look after them, babysit them as a relieving teacher, and it is babysitting in the end, because a lot of the times the children just don't respect, and that depends on the environment that the children come from too. And this is the school that I was at today is a low decile school, and so that environment comes across there. So I could go on so much about this, but it's just so frustrating. Like, again, it's the system that I'm stuck in it and don't like it, but it's just the way it is at the moment, and I'm searching for ways to come out of that. I need to come out of different ways towards this. I need to find different ways to approach situations where I can't control the kids, but I don't want to control them. I just want to teach respect. But the thing is, my problem is, I'm there for one day most of the time. I can't teach them the basics of respect. That comes from the family environment. It can never come from the teaching environment. It's the family environment that spends more time with them and actually what they're living in. So when it comes down to it, it's the family unit, or the unit that they are within, is teaching respect. And a lot of the times that comes down to the aspect of the children being able to the parents. It's a vicious cycle of I don't know. They'll do me anyway. I'm done. I think I can probably come back to this, but it's just a vicious cycle of life, where we have people that don't appreciate other people, and it goes on. When is it going to stop? When it is a cultural thing. I'm not saying there are cultures that are better than others. I'm just saying within your family unit you have a culture. And if your culture is one where it's of disrespect to others, you're going to do that. As a young child, you're brought up with that, and you're going to do that to other people. And my problem is, I think I was very lucky. I had a very good upbringing where me and my brother, we look at each other and we're respectful to other people. And and then when I'm in this education side of things, I try to teach that, but I lose it when it comes to the control, because the control is a domination, and I'm not for domination in any way in that sense. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, hard day. Remember Building 7? And I'll catch you later. So yeah, bye. Spinny, spin, 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 spin.